All right, guys, are you fired up? Happy
Ooh,
Wednesday.
let's do it. Happy Wednesday.
What's going on, everybody? We are live. What? Shut the front door. All right. So this is going to be
All right,
epic.
guys, are you fired up?
Hang on,
Happy
gotta
Wednesday.
smooth it over here.
Let's do it. Happy Wednesday.
Yeah,
What's
Dave.
going on, everybody? We are live. What? Shut the front door. All right. So this is going to be All right, epic. Guys, are you fired up?
Hang on,
Happy
gotta smooth
Wednesday.
it over here.
Let's do it. Happy Wednesday.
You guys
What's
are
going
having...
on, everybody? We are live.
Okay, here we go. Perfect. All right, guys, we are back. Okay, perfect. So if you're just joining us, I want to welcome you out. Nadia Melton here, and today is going to be amazing. So we're talking a couple different conversations, but basically, how do we crush it this year? Like, we're getting ready to go into March, and really we have some really amazing content that's going to come your way. But how do we march our way to an MBA, which stands for Massive Bank Account? So if you're joining us live, please make sure you jump into the comments below. Let us know where you're coming in from. And I want to introduce you to some very special people over here. You guys, you are going to be blown away. So we've got some elite leaders inside Modere. And today we really want to get our magnifying glass out, and we want to look under the microscope on why Modere, why is right now the absolute best time to crush it inside your home business. Because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but they're saying 2019 is going to be an economic crash. It's going to be a recession. And you really ought to think really big right now, get out there, make a whole bunch of money, because when that happens next year, you're going to have the foundation to capitalize even more. So we have some elite leaders with us here today, and I would love for you guys to say hello. You look beautiful. And maybe we'll start with you, Amber. So share with us a little bit about just your story, who you are, and then we'll scooch over to the guys.
Nadia missed the memo where we said we were going to let Dave start. So I'll start.
Oh, please do.
So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Amber Duluth. I am an Elite 3, Platinum 3 rep here at Modere. I've been here for 14 months now. I am a mom of 4. I have everyone from literally a 3-year-old to a 19-year-old. Our youngest baby is from China. My youngest 3 are all 7 and under. So super busy mom, but my start in this industry actually started... Someone's phone is ringing. It's not me. I actually started in this industry in 2009 as a party plan consultant. So I worked a lot of parties. I worked about 18 to 20. That might be me. That is me. I don't know how to fix that. Sorry, guys. Started in the party plan in 2009, worked a ton. I was a top recruiter. I was one of the top in sales in that company, but I was working 18 to 20 parties a month. So tons of parties. I was carrying about $10,000 worth of inventory to every single party. We're talking duffel bags that legit filled the back of my Yukon Denali. Okay, so I was toting these bags 4 or 5 nights a week. I was working on back orders. I got into this industry for time freedom, and I never quite found it because I was having to do parties. If I wanted an income, I had to do parties. If I wanted to be paid on my team, I had to personally sell over $4,000 a month. And so I started to realize that that was not true residual income. They told us it was, but if you have to continue to work 18 to 20 parties a month, not so much. And so I discovered network marketing in 2012 after almost 3 years of being in the party plan. And I learned then what true residual income was. I made my first, I hit my first $10,000 month in my first year in business. And I started to realize that I could, in fact, take off a few weeks and my check did not just fall apart. And so it was a new kind of thing to me. But more importantly, is I wasn't leaving my house a ton. When I started this industry, I did not have kids. I actually had my son in 2011. So when I had him, that was when I realized that 18 parties a month was not my thing. Okay. So got into network marketing, Loved it. Was with my previous company for 4.5 years. Had great success there. I was a top 100 earner. We earned something like $1 million in our first 4 years. Loved it. Had a lot of fun. But what happened was I started to realize that the industry or the company that I was in, the comp plan that I was in, was heavily recruitment based. So it meant that my people had to build a team in order to become successful and to make money. And so everyone's popping around here on me. So I needed to find something where everyone could win. At this point, I was making a lot of money, but I was leading a broke team. And I think that when Dave talks, he's going to have a lot of the same story because we came from the same place, but it always felt wrong to me that I could see 5 figures a month, but the biggest person on my team was only seeing maybe 3,000 or 4,000 a month. And no one was winning anymore. And so it just got to the point where they were paying out auto ships. They were paying out more than they were bringing in. And I just couldn't watch my team struggle anymore. So December of last year, the year before. So December of 2016, I was presented the opportunity of Modere. And I took one look at the comp plan, and I knew that this is what I had been missing. I was missing that key component where someone could build a team and make money, or someone could sell and make money, or they could do both and make all the money. And more importantly than that is, in my old company, we had a system, right? We had this success system, and they told you to bring in X number of distributors and X number of customers, but there was no plan in place to do that. It was just to do it, and here you go. And so when I saw that there was a really solid duplicatable system within our One Voice community that we train here, I realized that anyone brand new to the industry or a veteran could come here and plug into and be successful. And so that was one of the big reasons why when I saw Modere, I found that we had found a home for everyone. And so it felt right to me.
That's amazing. You guys, we have a special guest speaker here. Come on, baby.
I know. He is diva-ing it.
What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing?
Hey.
Nadia's got the double screen going on, so that's kind of cool, but with double echoes, not so cool. Amber, you're amazing. Your story's incredible. Can't wait to hear more. And sorry for being a couple minutes late, everybody. I blame my son's baseball team, but no excuses here. Let's get on with it. So I was hoping the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Cedric Harris. I know you're in the building, sir, and I can't wait to hear your story and why Modere as well. And good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you as well, John. Happy to be here. Happy to be sharing this Zoom with so many phenomenal leaders that are on the Zoom, as well as all the people that are actually looking at this Zoom here live inside of Social Retail Live. So welcome, welcome, welcome. A little bit about my story. I've been in the industry for about 20 years, full-time for the past 12 and a half years. Had some very, very successful runs inside of this industry as a top recruiter, a 7-figure earner inside of this industry as well. But I can tell you over the past few years, I noticed some things changing inside of the arena that some of you may be aware of. You know, some of the things that were changing with certain companies out there and really starting to focus more on a customer-centric type of model. So I started paying more attention to the fact that if you want to build a sustainable business, you really can't build it on just recruiting alone. You know, some phenomenal recruiters are here on this Zoom right now, and phenomenal recruiters inside of Modere, but all of us have a really strong customer base, which is truly where the rubber meets the road, that if you want to build your business on concrete instead of sand. So that was something that I was looking for. My phenomenal Elite 2 sponsor and leader, Michelle Bowens out of National Harbor, Maryland, introduced me to Modere. And because of our relationship of being friends for the past close to a decade, you know, I definitely had a lot of trust in her. We made money together in different opportunities, but also being partnered with someone that's very, very intelligent, that's a multiple 6-figure earner inside of the arena, forced me to say, let me take a hardcore look at what's going on. And as I started looking at what was happening inside of her business and what was happening inside of the company, I had to slow down to speed up, so to speak. And there might be some people that are looking at the Zoom right here for the very first time, dissecting Modere, and might be thinking, maybe I have to slow down to speed up. And that's exactly what I had to do. So I actually joined Modere last May, did not launch it though, because I said, hey, I'm going to join, I'm going to get in, and I want to make sure all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted. So we went through the process. All the T's were crossed, all the I's were dotted. Customers phenomenally happy with the results that they're receiving from all the different product lines, results happening out there inside of the field. But more importantly, the people at the early portion of the comp plan are eating. That what was so important to me. There's so many 6 and 7 figure earners that are on the Zoom right now. However, the only way to maintain a strong 6 or 7 figure income is to make sure that the people that are at the beginning of the comp plan are winning. The people that need to make $500, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a month, that's the base of maintaining any strong 6 or 7 figure income. So as I watched that and I started seeing people having success, I got extremely excited and went through a full-blown launch in January, and we are here. We're extremely excited. And the timing is definitely now, so it doesn't matter if you couldn't pronounce Modere in the beginning. Just understand it stands for massive bank account. So just get locked in and rock and roll, because that's what we're doing here and impacting a lot of lives around the world. So back over to you, John. John, I think you're muted.
Yep, you're muted, John.
There you go. John, you're muted. Microphone.
Okay, there we go. Then we unmute those. Good God, technology. Anyway, so Cedric, what I was saying is I just really appreciate you and hearing your story, your perspective, because I know you've had a lot of experience in the industry. You've made 7 figures. You've built big teams. And I think all of us would probably admit that it's very difficult when you get started with a network marketing business and you see the compensation plan, you see the potential, you see all the excitement. But at the end of the day, if the average person can't win, it's hard to get excited, because you know that they're going to get started and struggle, because it's all about recruiting recruiters to recruit more recruiters. And for a lot of people these days, being able to promote a product is easier when you're brand new. Being able to make a little bit of money on a part-time basis and make money without having to be that big influencer, that's exciting. And for people that do want to build big teams, like the 4 of us that want to go out and build big teams that are on here right now, right, talking to a lot of other 6 and 7 figure earners that are taking a look at this, just understand you don't have to build a team with 10, 20, 30,000 people to make a big check here when you have a lot of people doing a little bit. Wasn't that what we were all sold on when we first got started in the profession? A lot of people doing a little bit. So someone can start out making a few $100s a month, making $1,000 a month. And because you have so many people on your team making money, even if your team, Amber, how many people did you have on your team to hit the highest rank in the company? Was it 300 people?
300 people.
300 people to hit the highest rank in the company and do $400,000 in volume for the month. Like, that's ridiculous. And Dave Humple, you and your wife, Sandy, same thing. You guys flew through the ranks super fast. But you know what? We've got people in here that are not capable of doing it that quickly, right? Maybe they're a school teacher, firefighter, business owner, realtor. They're busy, right? Maybe they're still in college, whatever, and they want to know how to start a business like this. So, Dave, I would love for you to share, number one, your story, because it's incredible. You and Sandy have had a ton of success, but also why you think this is a great opportunity for somebody that is building it on a part-time basis, that has no experience in the profession. I think that'd be really cool to hear.
Okay, absolutely awesome. Yeah, I mean, let me first say it's an honor to be on here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dave Humple. I'm an Elite 3 with Modere. I'm the rookie here, right? I've only been in the industry for 6 years, but Amber and I do come from the same company, and we shared some similar issues with the company in that we came in and we knew nothing about network marketing. It was our first company, but we put our head down and we worked hard and we experienced success through the company. I was actually able to fully retire and do this full time with my wife within a year of joining network marketing. But as the years went on, we found ourselves with a couple issues in that we couldn't recreate our success story in our team. And I started to have a real problem with that. And when I reached out for help and leadership and mentorship, it wasn't there. And so when I tried to rely on the systems that company had in place, what I came to realize that everyone that was successful wasn't using those systems. They were spending a lot of money on Facebook advertising. Well, if you had a lot of money to spend on Facebook advertising, you probably wouldn't have started a side business at home. And so I really had an issue with that. And it really, it became an issue for me. And I had started to lose my faith, because I truly believe in the power of network marketing for the average everyday person to create a serious residual income on the side in the part-time, so it doesn't interfere with your regular job. I believe that, but I had lost my faith in that, which made it hard for me to talk to you and still be authentic and true to what I believe. And so I started to look at other companies, and I found the amazing John Melton, who said, maybe you should look at what we're doing. I actually reached out to him for advice because I couldn't find it in my company, and he was there for me. But he showed me the company. He plugged me into the system, and it was like a light bulb. It clicked. Okay. When I looked at our system, we have a very simple system that is so easy. A 12-year-old could do it. It is duplicatable and it's effective. And so when I looked at it, I said, that's what I've been missing, right? Our system provides for social proof, which means I may say it's good, but when 1,000 people are saying it's good, that's a convincing tool to use. And so what we found since joining Modere is that Amber said it. One of our mottos is that we have a home for everyone. So I don't care what your background is. I don't care if you've been in the industry for 20 years. I don't care if you've never done this before. I can plug you into the system, and if you utilize it, you can be successful. And so what we found is we have people that have been in the industry for 18 years and never had success in network marketing, and yet they come to Modere and all of a sudden they're successful and they're making $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month. And they're when you get a phone call of someone crying because they just got their commission check, there is no better feeling in the world. And it instantly brought back my belief in this industry, this company. Now, this company is completely different than anything I've ever seen. They flip the rules upside down. We don't fluff prices and then tell people they're getting a discount if they become a member and all that stuff. We all pay the same. We actually incentivize people to buy through discounting products the more they buy. And that's the same business model that all the big guys like Amazon and everyone else are using. And we're the only company out there doing it. And the thing that I would say, the most telling point to me, is you've got me, who is a top leader in another company. You've got John, who is a top leader in another company. You've got Amber, who is a top leader in another company. You've got Cedric, who is a top leader in another company. I can point out hundreds more, and I have to ask myself, why are all these top leaders from all these other companies across the industry coming to Modere? Because we're doing something right, and we're showing people success. That's what it's all about at Modere. So John, I forgot what the question was. I went off on a complete tangent.
No, that was awesome, man.
Just put me back on track.
No, I love it. I love it. You shared your story. You talked about why Modere. And, obviously there is a special incentive right now, which is why we wanted to put together this live broadcast. Basically we have a fast track program where in that first 90 days of getting started, there's extra builder bonuses that are on the table. And typically it would be $499 to get started. But if you get started as a social marketer by midnight tonight, then you can get started for $199 and, have a smaller investment, but be in position to maximize not only the regular compensation plan, but the fast track bonuses that are on the table in those first 90 days. And, Amber, I would love for you to touch on, if somebody is considering getting started, what would you tell them? Okay, they decide, all right, fine, I'm going to pull the trigger. Sounds like a minimal investment. And I would like to add something as well. I would still recommend, if you can make it happen, getting one of the bigger packages so you can have some of our best products. But if you can't afford it, or money's an issue, or you've just been kind of waiting to pull the trigger, there is that extra incentive to do it by midnight tonight and have a February 28th start date, because you can get started with a smaller kit, but it's totally your prerogative. But either way, you get started, that's the easy part. Now it's time to launch your business and get into action to create a story, because over the next 60, 90 days, guess what a lot of people want to do? Lose weight, get in shape before the summertime. So Amber, what would you tell someone that if they do get started tonight would be the first couple steps in getting started?
Okay. Did I hear your puppy? Am I hearing your puppy?
Yes.
There are dogs everywhere in our lives. Yeah. Okay, so it's funny. I was talking to a Platinum 3 Lauren Giglio yesterday, and a Platinum 3 D3 Sarah Cooper yesterday, and we were talking about the time of year that it is and what's happening. And we were like, we really would need to do like a push, right? Because this is like prime season. Like March is going to be just on fire if it's anything like we've had this month so far. And so Lauren was like, you do know that we're like 90 days from Memorial Day. And I'm like, what? Like, why would you say that? I'm not ready for summer yet. And she's like, isn't that crazy to think about? We're 90 days from people having to put on bathing suits, right? And we all know that those bikini bodies are made in the winter, right? And so we've already started to put a lot of focus on the fact that we are a weight loss company. And so if you were to sign right now, I would tell you for your $199 kit, you need to pick Lean Body System or M3. And if you're going to do the 480, get your M3 Plus Essentials. That's what I started with. Like, there was nothing more exciting than my unboxing. So that's going to be my first thing. Your kit is going to be to you in 3 business days. Like, you can't beat 3 business days, guaranteed, right? And so one of the first things I did when I got my kit is I literally just went live and did a Facebook unboxing. I talked about it all day, like what's in the box. I took a picture of the outside of the box. I was really excited. And then I literally cut it open on camera. Like, I had no idea. I remembered that I bought a kit, obviously, but I was able to go through and go, oh my gosh, guys, can you believe, like, this is shower gel? And I was opening it. I'm like, oh my, like, you guys have to try this. I was smelling everything. I was really crazy excited about it. And then I was talking about the weight loss system because I already knew what the M3 did. So I literally walked them through the M3. I sold so much shampoo and conditioner because people were so excited to have natural shampoo and conditioner, all because I unboxed it on Facebook. Okay. And then the next thing that I did was I put focus on doing my 3 pledges with my M3. When I started, we didn't have the Lean Body System. So we literally launched and went top rank in the company, all built around our weight loss system. Okay. And I signed in December. So it's very similar to where we are right now. It's resolution season. People may have already fallen off of their resolution season. I have found that some people tell me, oh, I don't need any supplements for that. I can do it on my own. And by February and March, they're like, okay, can't do it on my own. I need a supplement. And so they're coming to me to get the help that they should have gotten months ago. Okay. And so I literally would take pictures with my bird and talk about the energy I was getting. If I was making a shake, I would mix it up on camera. I would talk about my shakes. I literally, without being salesy, just talked about the product that I was on, how I was so excited to be sleeping better. Could you even believe that was possible with a weight loss system? And it was keeping people really interested and really excited. And I think one of the most powerful things you can do, I think one of the most powerful things you can do is when you get started is ask for accountability partners. Like, hey guys, so excited that I just started this weight loss system. I would love some accountability partners. Like, who wants to drop some extra weight with me? Who wants to tone and tighten with me? And so we're literally going to just get you active on your Facebook. We're going to teach you how to build effectively on Facebook. I mean, we haven't even asked you guys to drop anything, but like, can I get a bomb below if you agree that like cold messaging is out? Okay. Can we talk about how cold messaging is out? Can we talk about how spamming your friends is not an efficient and an effective way to build your business? And so we're going to get you the right tools so that you can build efficiently and effectively, all while dropping pounds. I love to tell people that I get to lose weight and make some money. And I like to get people healthy. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to unbox with you guys. I'm going to ask for accountability partners, and we're really going to build that interest in what we're doing. It's such an easy, guys, weight loss is such an easy business to build because we all know people, right? We all know people who need to drop weight. And so that's where the reason we went the rank that we did is because we pushed people to hit a platinum rank, which is 30 people who need to lose weight. Guys, I know that sounds like a lot, but we all know 30 people who need to lose weight. You hit that rank, you're seeing a lot of money. Okay, you're pushing that comma check that we talked about. And that's why we have more people on our team seeing $1,000 plus checks than ever before, is because the system is easy. So that is what I would do if you were signing right now.
I love it. Comma checks. We're all about comma checks. And by the way, if you are watching this right now and you're like, okay, cool. I want this M3 thing. I want this lean body system. What's up with the trim, the BioCell? Give it all to me. Get back with the person that puts you in Social Retail Live. The only person you can enroll with is the person that invited you onto this broadcast, whoever that is. If you don't know who it is, then you can actually search in the search bar to see who added you. If that doesn't work, get back with one of us and we'll help you find the person. Cedric Harris. You are a machine when it comes to helping the brand new person launch their business. I love what Amber shared, but I would also like to hear what you would do with a brand new person. They get started tonight. They're like, all right, let's do it. Let's go on a run the next 60, 90 days. I know we've got our big regional event coming up in Orlando as well, May 4th and 5th. So there's a lot of good things happening. We've got a really big promotion coming out tomorrow. My lips are sealed, but it's going to be exciting. So Cedric, I would love for you to share with everybody what you would do if somebody's saying, hey, you know what? I get it. I like it. Got a couple questions, but I think I'm ready to get started. What do I do now?
Cool. So a couple of key things I would say, John. First things first, for everybody to understand that amateurs join businesses and professionals launch them. So if you think about your business, and if you treat your business like a business, it will pay you like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby. So think about it like if you were going to open up a Starbucks, would you just assume that people were going to show up, or would you tell your friends about it? Would you tell some family members about it? Would you tell some business partners about it? Some former employees, whatever the case may be. It's all about launching that business and doing it from an excitement level. Okay. Nobody ever wants to join a funeral home. Nobody ever wants to join someone that's just kind of going through life, and I joined this thing called Modere, and you get, nobody ever wanted to join that. People want to be a part of something bigger than what they are. That's the first thing. Secondly, I want everybody to understand on this particular Zoom that Modere is literally almost like having 5 network marketing companies under one roof without the confusion. Let me repeat that. It's almost like having 5 network marketing companies under one roof without the confusion. You've got weight loss, you've got skincare, you've got daily essentials, you've got health and wellness, and you have liquid collagen. So you've got 5 categories under one roof. And if you look at our industry, there are network marketing companies that just participate in 1 or 2 of those specific categories. So some of you might be looking saying, well, I'm already sexy right now. My Memorial Day body is here already. Awesome. Congratulations. You freaking rock. But you're not going to tell me that you don't brush your teeth, you don't use mouthwash, you don't wash your hair, you don't take a bath, or you don't wash your dishes. Because if you tell me that you don't do those things, I'm not sure if I really want you to be my friend or not. And I'm not sure if you got friends that don't do those things. So when you think about the categories that we're in, that's where your excitement truly should start to come in at. And then thinking about the fact that we go into the summer, right? We go into the summer with the Blitz, you know, phenomenal contest that might be starting on tomorrow. Okay, fantastic. But guess what? Every day there's a contest, because when you wake up, you're breathing. It's a beautiful thing. So we've got the opportunity to share this with someone else. So don't just think about it from the perspective of, well, let me just share it with social media. Okay, because social media is great, and I share social media all the time. But I also want people to remember that there's so many ways to build your business. And when you are touching the best of both worlds, whether it's online, whether it's offline, okay, whether it's through the ATM method, whether it's through face-to-face, whether it's through some people that might be influencers that might not be on social media, there's so many ways to be able to introduce the business, but don't be the person that does not share the opportunity with someone. So it's almost like getting their opinion, John. If you think about it, people love to give you their opinion, and you share with them the opportunity to say, hey, I would just love for you to check this out and get your opinion of it, because at least you have shared the opportunity with them. At least you've done that. And then the other thing that I would say is this: because of this model and how this model is built, we've got 70% of our volume coming from customers. 70%. That's called a stable business. So some of you are looking, saying, well, I've been in so many network marketing companies that when my family sees me, they grab a cross, they throw up a bag of onions, and they get holy water. Okay, I get it. I understand. However, they will do you a favor and be a customer. See, sometimes we're always trying to recruit everybody in the midst of our launch, where we can retail to recruit. We can retail to recruit. So it could be almost like what I like to call the Girl Scout cookie approach. You know, you could talk to Mary and say, hey, Mary, listen, I just started with a phenomenal company called Modere. It's all about living clean. It's all about products that you're actually already buying right now. Could you do me a favor and just try out some of my products? If you like it, I can show you how you can get $10 off of your first order. If you don't like it, I promise you I'll never talk to you about it ever again. Can you do me a favor and at least try some of my products out? They'll at least try your products. Sometimes they will say, well, you making money off of this? Well, I mean, yeah, but I didn't talk to you about, well, if you're making money, show me how to make money. Okay, you just retail to recruit. Or they might say, okay, I'll be a customer. Fine. Remember, a good attorney will never ask a question that he or she doesn't already know the answer to. A good attorney will never ask a question that he or she doesn't already know the answer to. And if you ever catch yourself in that situation, fire your attorney if he or she doesn't know the answer to it. So if you think about that question, what are the only answers that they could give? Well, yeah, I'll be your customer. Or you making money with this? How do I make money with it? Most people aren't going to say, well, no, I'm not going to try your products out. How many of us on this Zoom have bought Girl Scout cookies and we didn't even eat them? We bought them because there was a beautiful Girl Scout at the front door selling us some Do-si-dos. You already knew you didn't need those Do-si-dos or those Thin Mints, but you just saw her and she was adorable. And you said, man, okay, all right, give me 40 boxes. And if you're like John, you know, Elite 3 Triple Galactic, you know, you probably bought like 65 boxes and only ate like 3 Do-si-dos. Okay, but because you felt so good about the person selling the cookies. So think about that concept of getting someone to do you a favor. It's a great way to retail to recruit and bring people into your business as you're launching it. And last but not least, just like I stated earlier, get excited, and stay excited. Get excited and stay excited because people always want to be a part of something bigger than they are. And remember, people get in for the money, but they stay for the feeling. And the community that we have here inside of Modere is the best feeling that they're going to be a part of. They'll get in for the money, but they stay for the feeling. And as they start to grow, amazing things will happen. So that'll be my 2 pennies there, John.
Okay, so that was amazing, and I'm sure we can all agree. We could listen to you talk all night, man. It's amazing value, and there's a lot of wisdom there and experience, but it's all so true. You hit the nail on the head, and I know the way we've all built our businesses over the years, you know, we've tried a lot of different strategies. You know, we've seen a lot of companies come and go in this profession, and I think people sometimes they don't realize if, you know, they're brand new to the network marketing industry and they're just getting started with Modere, they don't realize how good we have it here because we've been in companies that didn't have a compensation plan that rewards somebody that is out there promoting the brand. We didn't have the ability to promote all these different types of products. I love what you said about having toothpaste and mouthwash. You got the BioCell, you got energy drinks, you got products for pets. I mean, we have so many different products. So there's something for everybody. And then, you know, not to mention we're in 28, 30 different countries. And, you know, our last conference, for those of you that know anything about timing in business, we've all heard the cliche, timing in business is everything. You know, our last conference, we only had 1,000 people there. I mean, you just have to understand the timing, not just saying, oh, you know, it's right before the summer, but the timing of our company, it's right before that growth curve. Like we grew 700% last year in North America, but that's nothing. We're just on the ground floor of this thing. And I don't want to be the person that's like all hype and, you know, over promoting it, but I'm just saying I've been around a while. Said you've been around a while. Amber, Dave, you guys have seen different companies and, you know, timing is a big deal. You know, when you get in a company that already has 20,000 people at their conference, I'm not saying you can't make money. You absolutely can. But who's making more money? The guy that gets started when there's 20,000 at the conference or the guy that is sitting up front that was there when there was, you know, 500 or 2,000? So you have to understand the timing here. And on top of that, the model is so different because we can build this business online. Most of what I do is on my phone and from home. Like said, you can build any way you truly want to. If you want to build face-to-face or you want to build offline, online, it doesn't matter. We have different tracks to run on. In fact, Dave, I would love for you to share what you and your wife did to, like I said, fly through the ranks. But what is it that you're teaching your team? Because it's not just about us, right? In network marketing, it's about duplication. What is it that your team is doing every day to create the numbers, the results. Your top people, what are they doing? Because they're not all experienced network marketers that came to the table with years of experience and brought networks with them. So these individuals on your team, what are they doing? What are you guys teaching them to do that's working so well? Because it's obviously worked well enough, not only for you guys, but you have so many awesome leaders in your organization. So we'd love for you to share.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I think there's three main things that we focus on for our team. You have to understand, we do have like a phenomenal compensation plan that it's the only one I've ever seen that actually rewards the seller. I know my last company, we paid like 10% commission on sales, and yet our company pays up to 60% commission on sales. And that's huge. When you think you sell a $100 bottle of something and you're going to make 60% of it, that is a big deal. That's a $60 paycheck, And so that is huge. And that's what inspires our people who don't want to build teams, that just want to promote the products to be bigger and be better. And so the first thing, and I think everyone's really hinted at it, but for me, I've never seen a conventional business that opened that didn't have a big hype and ramp up to a grand opening and launch their business. And so we do the same thing in our business, is that we sit down and come up with a plan based on whatever products you started up with, on how to ramp up and get people excited about what you're doing, although they'll never know until you have a grand opening and actually physically launch your business and open that box or whatever it is. So we focus a lot on launching and get a lot of attention on you on social media, and then we have that launch, and that's the first focus. The second focus for me is the system. We have the simplest, most effective system I've ever seen in the world. If you can add someone to a Facebook page, if you can tag someone in a post, and you can start a group message with several other people, you can utilize our system on a regular basis. And what I find is that the people that use our system the most, the people that add the most people to the pages, the people that tag the most people, the people that start the most group messages. That's our system. It's that simple. I just explained it to you. I said a 12-year-old could do it. The people that do that the most are the ones that win. They're the ones making the most money. And so in terms of products, so that's number two, is I teach people the system. And if they tell me they're not being successful, if they say, David, it's just not working for me, I'm not being successful, my response will always be, but I haven't seen you put me in one group message. I haven't seen you add anyone in the page. I haven't seen you tag anyone in a post. So there you go. Mary Jo's extremely successful. She added 17 people yesterday. She tagged 17 people, and I got 5 messages from her. There's the difference. That is our system. If you can do that, you can be successful here. So we focus on launching. We focus on utilization of the system. And I personally believe, and this is what we do, I promote, I push, I celebrate seller ranks, because people can make money promoting these products. But here's what I tell them to do. And I may get some disagreement here among this panel, but it works for me. I tell them to pick one of our flagship products, our M3 weight loss system, our lean body sculpting system, our BioCell or trim systems, whatever it is. Pick something, learn it, and that's what you bang on. That's what you get people's attentions with. You become the expert on that one product, because once you get their attention enough to try your flagship product that shows everyone results, you don't believe me, I'll add you to a page that shows you thousands of before and after pictures, right? Once you get their attention and they buy that, now you have an opportunity to share with them our Live Clean philosophy, how they can replace all the products they use in their household on an everyday basis with clean, toxin-free products that are good for the environment. And people like to do that for their family. But I got to get their attention first. So I have people pick one product. Maybe you're not into weight loss, but you really love our Collagen Sciences product line. Then focus on that. Get their attention, be the expert, promote that. And all these products are bringing in 100 in volume at a time, and that adds up so fast. And I've never seen a business model that builds so fast than what we have at Modere. And so that's what we focus on: launching, using the system, and you become an expert on one product, and that's what you promote to get their attention. then introduce them to our other products and make them lifetime customers. That's what we focus on. The other thing I want to add, John, is you talked about the fast track bonuses. I just want to share, oftentimes all these companies offer these bonuses, but they're really like impossible to get. It seems like they're impossible goals. Well, we have a fast track program. And I just want to mention, we literally just had someone join a month ago who just maxed out the fast track program, who just added $1,500 to their commission on top of all their other commissions and bonuses. And I hear this and see it every day. So the people that the reason I mentioned that is because normally you got to come in on that $4.99 kit. But if you come in on that $199 kit today by midnight, you're going to be automatically qualified for that fast track program. And that's something you don't want to miss. That puts you on a path to earn 5 figures in your first 3 months. And so I would encourage you, if you're thinking about it, look, what are you going to lose? You spend $200, $250 to join this business. Well, you're probably going to go blow that at a swap meet or Walmart or, whatever you're going to do this weekend. Why not take a chance on yourself and change the future of your family? We have the systems in place. The other thing that wasn't mentioned here, I don't think's really been focused on enough, is our company. When you look at all the top leaders that are coming here, I did mention, what kind of knowledge base and experience are they bringing and value are they bringing to you? We have the best trainers, the best leadership, and the best training available in the industry that I've seen. If you don't know the people you're talking to, they are among the best in the industry. They're rock stars. I'm in this company because I follow John Melton, who is an absolute rock star, who is followed by thousands, who you can see on stage speaking to thousands any time of the week, anywhere around the country or world. And yet we have access to him 24 hours a day, and he gives us the stuff that people normally have to pay for free. Isn't that amazing?
No, so true.
I have the best mentors in the world as my trainers, as my mentors. And you do.
It's crazy. It's crazy because when you think about having, Justin Prince, Michelle Barnes, Zaleckis, Margie Alaprandi, Bob Goshen. There's so many leaders here that kind of pioneered it in the beginning, right? Rick and Michelle Teague. There was people here pioneering this model, and we just get to reap the benefits, right? Like they paved the way. We're just rolling down the highway, and it's not perfect, right? Nothing is. But we've really got this dialed in at this point where if you want to build a business part-time, you want to build a business from Facebook, or you want to build a business, however you want to build it, there's the one voice system. There's that track to run on where we're going to teach you what to do, how to do it. And it's really very simple. I don't want to say it's easy, because if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? Of course, there's challenges. Of course, you're going to deal with, rejection. People are going to tell you, no, I'm not interested. Or they're going to get the product and say, I didn't like it, I want to return it. You're still going to deal with stuff, right? There's no perfect business in the world. But I can tell you this is about as good as it gets, at least in my experience, in my career. All of us were a part of other companies. So you've got people that have years of experience, and you bring all that together, and it's this perfect situation where we have this dream team of people, but it's still very early on. And then you've got the ability to market these products all over the world. It really is that perfect storm, and we don't want you to take it for granted. So that's why we put this broadcast together tonight. That's why we're letting you know about this promotion, so you can hit the ground running starting March 1st. So get back with the person that put you on and get started. And I would love for Amber, Seth, and Dave, if you guys could, maybe just a couple minutes, just 2 minutes each, on closing thoughts, anything you didn't get to mention yet. I know you guys, we all covered a lot tonight, but any, final thoughts before we conclude tonight's broadcast? I think that'd be great.
Ladies first.
Go ahead, Amber.
I feel like I'm getting thrown under the bus because I'm the only girl on this call. I knew this was going to happen. So closing thoughts. Okay, so I'm going to touch base. I'm going to talk to those of you who are on here, who are watching, who are going, okay, they say it's not hype, but it still kind of feels like it. I'm talking to those of you who are watching this who say, sure, Amber, John, David, Cedric, like you guys, I've sold everything, right? I've sold makeup. I've done all of the businesses, and I fail. And guys, I hate the word fail, because I fail every dang day. Like I fail my way to success more often than not. And so I'm talking to those of you who are on here who you feel like you've tried it all and you're just not convinced that this industry is for you. And, you know, I always try to remind myself that like anyone can do it, but maybe it's not for everyone because not everyone wants to be coachable. But if you've watched this and at any point you got that feeling that, you know, like, I would love to work with people like this. Like this sounds like fun, but I'm really scared that I'm going to fail. I'm just going to tell you to take a chance on yourself. You know, Dave said it earlier, but you spend $200 on less. Guys, I go to Target for milk and I spend $200. Okay. I don't know what happens there, but I know you guys do that too. And so just stop looking at the failure and start looking at what if this was the home for you. What if this was the one time that you could earn your weight loss system for free? You could make a couple $100s. Like, guys, I've been in companies before and I've never been in a company where I could look you in the eye right now and say, spend $200, plug into the system, and we're going to earn you $500 a month. That's not an income claim, guys. It's a fact. If you are willing to be coachable, if you're willing to pick up a book, if you're willing to treat this like it's a business, and you're willing to let go of your past failures. Guys, I don't care what business you were in before. I don't care if it was an epic failure. I don't care if you spammed the heck out of your warm market. Like, none of that matters when you turn the page and you start fresh. And so just stop being afraid to say yes. You know, it's funny, I was posting while we were getting ready to amp up, and this is going to be my closing thought is, you know, my sweet daughter from China, today's Rare Disease Day, right? People saw my daughter on Facebook groups and they said no to her because they were scared, right? They were scared that they couldn't handle her condition, that they couldn't do the meds, blah, 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 blah. And it's the one time in my life where I was terrified and I was sure that that was not something I could do. And I said yes. And my life was forever changed from that one 3-letter word. And so, and that's all from this industry, guys. That's all from my lack of failure, my lack of fear of failure, and my ability to just say yes when something felt right. And so don't be the person who says no. If at any point you watch this and you thought, oh, God, I'd love to say yes to this, but I want you to drop the but, and I just want you to try it and just be all in. You're either all in or you're not in at all, right? And so just leap and be all in and let us guide you and let us help coach you. So that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. I love that. Let us coach you, right? I mean, that our system works, our business model works. And if you follow it, if you let us coach you, it's going to work for you. Amber talked about if you can do these things, you're going to make $500 a month. You know, I tell people it's $200 a join. I'm going to tell you, if you follow our launch system and plug into our system, you're going to make your money back within a week. I've seen it time and time again. If people didn't make their money back, they doubled it or tripled it in their first week because they took the time to launch properly and they followed the system. And so for me, it's not even a risk. If you're serious and you're going to plug in, you're going to let us coach you, it's not a risk at all. It's an investment that's a guaranteed return in my mind. Okay? You get to determine that with the effort level that you put into it, not your ability. Our systems are designed to work without ability. We're designed to take the person who has no idea what they're doing and be successful, right? And so Amber kind of said it, take a chance. You know, I don't know where you are in your life today, but if you're tired of the circumstances that you're in and you're looking for a change, here's what I'm going to tell you, and here's what I know. Unless you make a change, you will be in the exact same shoes a year from now. And sometimes we just have to say yes, and that's the beauty of network marketing. We give people an opportunity to make a change in their lives for a very minimal risk investment. And it's up to you. You just have to say yes, step forward, and you say, you know what? I'm ready. Let's do this. You just got to say yes. That's me, John. If John's there.
Let me chime in here really quickly.
Absolutely, Cedric.
Yeah. I want to just close out by letting everybody know, first of all, I want you to think about the 9 out of 10 people that are going to join you inside of your business. 98% of the people that join this industry are going to be joining it on a part-time level because they still have a full-time job in some sort of capacity. So I want you to think about the average person that's making 500, 800, 1,000, 1,500 bucks a month. And I want you to think about what that could do inside of your life. A lot of us, we think about these magic numbers of 10 grand a month and 20 grand a month. And I hear certain leaders in different network marketing companies talk, I'm going to show you how to make 10 grand a week and 20 grand a week. And these numbers blow people's minds. And then when they don't hit them, they blame it on the industry. But when we paint a real picture, and you think about how powerful the real picture is, it doesn't matter how many seven figures that anybody on this Zoom has made, all of us can still count what $500 is. And I want you all to think about this for a second. $500 to $1,000 a month, that could be rent. That could be half of rent. That could be mortgage. That could be a half of a mortgage. That could be school clothes. That could be groceries. That could be a nice car note. I want you to think about what $500 or $1,000 a month could do. And for those of you that think that it really isn't that much money, I want you to have a job that you're making that in overtime. And then when the job cuts your overtime, you feel the $500 to $1,000 a month. So that first category of people, I want you all to think about that for a second. Wow, if I could just get people to making $500 consistently a month, $1,000 consistently a month, $2,000 consistently a month. Because typically in a network marketing company, how our SmartShip is set up, when you think about it, most people have to spend $150 a month of their own money just to make the $500. Here, we don't have to do that. So let's look at that category of people. And then those people that are looking that are saying, well, okay, I want to make 6 figures. I want to make 7 figures. I want to change my life. Awesome. Guess how you do that? You do it by having a team of those people that are making 500 to 1,000 or 1,500 bucks a month. Now, why is this model so important for this? You know, I was getting ready to say something. I had to catch myself. Here's why this model is so important for this. If you talk to any 6 or 7 figure income earner, that it wasn't an issue with the company, it wasn't an issue with the products, it wasn't an issue with customer service, all that stuff was fine, but their income started going backwards, 9 times out of 10, it was a direct result of the people at the bottom not eating. Period. They can tell you any story that they want to tell you. This is the truth. This is the truth. There is decades of experience on this Zoom right now. And I'm telling you right now, if you zone in and if you stop refreshing your back office and stop worrying about your paycheck and start focusing on other people's paychecks and start helping those people get to those $500, $1,000, $1,500 numbers, then guess what will ultimately happen? What will ultimately happen is that you will forget that it's the 15th of the month sometimes because you didn't spend the money from the previous 15th of the month. That's the key. That's where the focus needs to be at. And within this model with 70% plus customers, this isn't a recruiting machine. So for those of you that are great recruiters, welcome home. For those of you that are great customer gatherers, welcome home. And for those of you that got look-alikes that are looking right now, let's jump off the fence. Welcome home. That's our story, and we're sticking to it. Back over to you, John.
I don't know what else needs to be said. Said it. I love it. So I think after all of the conversations we've had this evening, you've heard enough. Get back with the person that put you on. Get in, get started, get busy. We're going to get you into the One Voice system. See, this is our Social Retail Live community where we introduce people that are looking. They're wanting to look at the opportunity, right? They're not just wanting to be a customer. They want to take advantage of the compensation plan side of things. And if you said, John, I didn't see the comp plan video yet, in the pinned post in this group, there's a video explaining the fast track, the comp plan. There's a couple good overview videos you can check out. But the bottom line is now is the time to get started with our company because of all the reasons I spoke about. And we're just excited for you, your journey, your story, to have you on one of these Zooms talking about how you were able to get started and plug into this One Voice system. And like I said, this is Social Retail Live. Once you do get started, we'll get you in our One Voice group. That's our training community. You'll get access to the training in the back office and get plugged in with your team. So we appreciate you. We love you. Dave, Amber, Cedric, we appreciate you guys so much this evening. You dropped so much knowledge. And let's make it a great night. Close this month with a bang and hit March 1st tomorrow. So we're excited. Thanks a lot, guys.
Awesome. Let me say, welcome to our Modere family.